Innovative Farmer for the year 2018. In order to get people inspired by this versatility, Doordarshan has shown dialogues with her in the program Tejaswini. Ma'am leads a zero-waste lifestyle. She has prepared the compost Amrit Mitti with the effective utilization of dry leaves. She has also worked as a volunteer with All India Kitchen Garden Association to spread the Amrit Mitti compost technology and other organic practices in urban gardening activities. He has demonstrated, delivered lectures, and exposure visits on home composting to many public and private organizations. Her activities in the field of gardening have spread through WhatsApp and YouTube videos. She is a proud recipient of innumerable appreciation letters from school and college students. I would like to extend my gratitude to our multi-talented guest speaker, Mrs. Purnima Savargaonkar, for having spared her precious time for us. Ma'am, we are privileged to have you with us today.
Now, let me throw some light on the purpose of this webinar. Every household deals with waste on a daily basis. Therefore, it is essential to raise awareness among people about the significance of waste management at home. What better day than today, 5th of June, which is World Environment Day. Just a little housekeeping before we get started. We would request you all to adhere to these guidelines during the conduct of the webinar. Keep your video on at all times. Decorum must be maintained throughout the conduct of the webinar. We will have a question hour session towards the end. Therefore, to ask questions, you may use the raise the hand option available in the control panel of Zoom app. Now, without further ado, we will turn the time over to our guest speaker, Mrs. Purnima Savargaonkar, ma'am. Ma'am, we would request you to take over.
Yeah, hi. Good evening, all. I'm really happy to see a good attendance today, and I always love to talk to students. So, welcome to the session, and I hope we all will enjoy together celebrating this day. That is World Environment Day. I will not go much into the details of World Environment Day because I know you are all studious and very media savvy students, and you must have Googled the purpose of celebrating this day. While I really don't like to celebrate one day of an year for the cause of environment, because I always feel that we exist only because the environment exists. Therefore, we cannot shun our responsibility towards environment just by celebrating one day. I hope I'm audible to all of you clearly. Anyone can tell me if I'm audible?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you. Thank you so much. So, I also congratulate and thank your school director, Megha Ma'am, and also the entire team for having me over, for inviting me today to talk to you. And I wish I could have come to your school and spoken to you and interacted one-on-one. However, the environment has brought us into the situation that I speak to you through this media. And I'm also happy to speak to you through this media. Okay. So another congratulations to your school team and ma'am to choose this topic of waste, because had I been there one-on-one with you, I would have asked you the definition of waste, but I think I will waste time if I go through digitally to ask you the definition of waste. To me, over my practices, the definition of waste is very simple. The waste is what we do not intend to use. However, waste for one person can always be a resource for another person. For example, I always quote this example. When we were growing up, and I'm sure even in your homes, you know, when your older siblings grow up, the handed down clothes, the handed down shoes, the handed down books, all they come to us, isn't it? So while our older siblings may not need them, it may be a waste for them, but it is a resource for us. Similarly, nothing is waste in the environment. Have you ever seen Earth throwing its waste somewhere outside environment? No. Whatever Earth generates, whether it generates water, air, soil, life, it doesn't throw anything outside the Earth. It just contains onto the Earth. Air is produced here, used here, recycled here. The soil is produced here, used here, recycled here. The life takes birth here, dies here, and goes back to the environment. So it's only our activities, human activities, which are hindering the nature, the Mother Earth, not to manage in her process. We are hindering in her process of this waste management, and each one of us is responsible. Okay, so can I show my PowerPoint presentation and take you through what do we mean by waste and what is waste and what are the effects and how can we reduce that? Can we take that? Can we do that? Okay.
Yeah, please.
So I'm sharing my screen with you.
Sure.
Yeah. Is my screen available to you now?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay. So the logo on left side of your screen that you see, Enriched Soil and Soul, is the name of my firm. I have started all my ventures towards environment with this name, Enriched Soil and Soul. So today I've taken the topic for you as suggested by your Megha ma'am as my waste, my responsibility. So on the left, you see all the waste generally we see around our homes. And on the right side of the screen, what you see that beautiful photograph is the photograph of my terrace garden. I have created this terrace garden from the waste which you see on the left side of your screen. So this waste gets converted beautifully like this terrace garden. So now let me take you through. If you are able to listen, there is some music in this.
Yes, ma'am. We are able to listen.
Okay. So this is how our cities look. Take a look. What did you see in this slide? All the very common scenes we generally see while walking along our cities. Dumps of waste, piles of waste, heaps of waste, and even hills of waste. You might be living in different parts of Delhi, but you might be aware of some hill stations that Delhi is known for. Now, Delhi actually has become a hill station. Only thing is, those hills are of all waste. Ghazipur wasteland, then Okhla wasteland. There are many. Towards Faridabad, we have Bandwadi wasteland, and there are heaps and huge hills of waste. This last picture of smoke on your screen that you're seeing is a classic example of what have we done with the environment, with the waste. This is a lake on fire. Have you ever heard water on fire? So this is a lake in Bangalore called Belundur Lake. Belandur Lake. That lake is on fire because the entire Bangalore city's liquid waste goes into this lake, which generates methane gas. What is methane gas? Methane gas, which comes to your homes in cooking cylinders, gas cylinders. Methane and ethane, that is the gas that we use. So when we generate more waste than nature can handle, the methane gas is emitted into the atmosphere, and this is how the fire is caught over the surface of water. What an irony. Then the scene behind of flood that I showed before the screen is the scene of Mumbai and Chennai flood. I was in Mumbai in 2005. I'll share you a small story. How did my journey towards waste started? Waste management at home started. I was in Mumbai in 2005, 26 July 2005. I still remember that day. The Mumbai had its first flood and choked. That day, looking at a continuous pour since morning, I had gone to my son's school to pick him up back to the school. The water was already knee deep. I started driving. I rushed. I wanted to be very brave, and just one feeling and one emotion that I want my son back home. My son was in 4th grade. The school wasn't more than 8 kilometers, 9 kilometers away from my home. But while coming back, I got stuck into the water. I got stuck into that flood. I was crying. My son was crying. My son's friend was crying. And there was a smoke coming out of my car bonnet. I couldn't leave my car steering. We were in that havoc almost for 3.5 hours, stuck. My entire car, my accelerator, my exhaust pipe, everything had water till my seat level. It was water. Somehow, with people's help and with God's grace, we could save ourselves. But many on that day could not make back to their routine lives. Many people died due to the car accidents, due to the car catching fires, but I was lucky one. I came home and it was silence. It was silence. My mind, my heart, my mouth was completely silent. What I saw on the road was the scene that behind this smoke screen that you're seeing, that was all flood and people were just screaming for their life. 15 days after that day, continuously, there was a creek behind my tower. I was on 13th floor, and that creek carried only dead bodies and dead bodies and dead bodies flowing into that creek. Dead bodies of animals, buffaloes, dogs, sheep, human beings, and so many household material flowing into that creek. The days passed by. The media started covering this story. And finally, after 15 days, the entire blame was put onto the plastic waste that the city generates, which choked the entire Mumbai metro city's drainage, because of which the flood waters could not flow back into the ocean. Mumbai is a sea city. There is a sea in Mumbai. So whenever the water comes into the city, by the beautiful drainage system built by Britishers around 125, 130 years back, the drainage system carries back that excess water into the oceans. But that day, those drainage systems got clogged because of the plastic waste that Mumbai generated. From there, my journey of waste-free life started. I vowed that at least let me not be that cause of someone's death, and the environments and nature's incapability to handle what we as human beings are generating as completely ignorant component of the nature. So my journey began. Then I started studying about waste, and then I felt whether it was the policies, rules and regulation that municipal corporation, every city's municipal corporation has, whether those are these children, small children, underage children picking up waste from what we throw, because our waste is their life source. They pick up some recyclable waste from that pile, they sell it, earn money, and that's how they survive. Then so many dengue, malaria, all those diseases, including that and including these havocs that every monsoon creates, everyone is pointing finger at me. Every one of them is saying you are responsible for all these things and for the environment and the nature to fail to work on the waste. Now, how am I responsible for this? I throw my waste into dustbins, and the dustbins are carried by the municipal corporation staff, and then it goes to landfill. So how am I? I'm a responsible citizen. Doesn't this question come to every one of you's mind? Yes. Now, let us see. This is the food cycle. Generally, you are taught in grade 5 or grade 6. What happens? The soil gives birth to plants. Plants are eaten by animals. The plants create food by help of sunlight. Then animals consume that food. Humans consume that food. The waste of humans, the waste of animals, the waste of plants is called organic matter. The microbes in the soil and the air break down the organic matter and they create a beautiful humus. That humus gets mixed into the soil and this entire food cycle continues. The more soil has humus, the more fertile it is, and therefore it will have more plants. The more plants, more sunlight will be harvested, and the cycle continues. Isn't it? This is taught to us in grade 4, 5, and 6. Now, see what have we done? We have disrupted this nature cycle. The nature functions. The soil still produces plants. The plants still use sunlight to give us foods. Animals and humans eat food. But our waste, we pack in a polythene and throw like this. When we throw this mixed waste, the organic matter cannot work on this. The microbes cannot work on this. The organic matter doesn't get generated. The microbes cannot work on this. It cannot get converted fully into humus. Therefore, soil is repleted. And over few decades now, we have disrupted this entire food cycle of the nature. Okay? So, this one habit of packing everything into one bag and giving it to the waste collector has made my city look like this. My one habit has made my city look like this. Now, see what is there. If tomorrow morning after attending this session, if still some waste in this form goes out of your home, whether in polythene bag or whether in a dustbin, you just open it and see, you will find that almost 60% of the waste is biodegradable, which nature, the microbes, organic matter, all can work together and can be created into a beautiful humus to go back to the soil, and the food cycle continues. 20% of it is recyclable. I can recycle, reuse, give back to the industry. 10% of the matter perhaps is inert, which I neither can recycle nor can give to the organic matter. And only 10% of my waste is almost reject waste. Now, what all are these terminologies? Let us see one by one. Okay, now if I continue doing this, there are injuries to the small children who are picking up waste, who we call waste collectors, who are of your age, children, but they are less privileged only because they do not have a constant source of earning. Their only source of earning is from what we throw, what we waste. Then the diseases, the poison. So many animals are dying in our cities after eating those plastics and mixed waste. So many pests that we get, rats, raccoons, and so many rodents in our cities, because we are creating these piles and this, we are making our cities hill city, a pollution and very less material recovery. Actually, the glass bottle can go back to the glass industry. Those glass bottles are crushed and remade into the glass pellets to make new bottles. Many thick plastics are crushed, made into plastic pellets, and can go back as the input to the plastic industry. But that cannot happen because of I don't say we. I just invert that W into M and say me, because each one of us generates waste, isn't it? Now, so as I said, 60% of it is biodegradable and can be treated at home. You do not need any municipal corporation to come to you, pick it up, take it some miles away and then treat it. We can do it at our home simply. Then 35%, yes, we can give back to the recyclers, and 5% is reject, which the government, the municipal corporation is supposed to help us to dispose it. Now, let's see one by one. What is reject waste? I have given a pyramid here. Reject waste is very small, therefore I have put a pyramid here. So as you grow, as you go up the pyramid, the volume of the waste that comes from individual homes reduces. So reject waste is generally soiled diapers, sanitary napkins, used bandages, and medical waste. That's it. And how much does this generate every day? Very little. Then recyclable waste is newspapers, thick plastic, glass, metal, juice can, rubber, Tetra packs, fabric, stationery items, everything of these is recyclable. Let me ask you one question. Have you seen any of your family members or your friends or your friend family members throwing newspaper into the dustbin? No. Everyone, I'm sure 100% of all the students who are attending this webinar today will give me the answer no. Why? Once you read the newspaper, that is also waste. Why don't we throw that? It is because we know that that waste has a commercial value. If we sell that, we get money. Isn't it? A simple reason. Right from your dada dadis and nana nanis and mom and masis and uncles and tayas and tais and chachis, no one in our country throws newspaper into dustbin because we know the commercial value of that waste. Now, if you do the same thing to this recyclable waste, which has a commercial value, call the kabadi wala in your society and ask him, भैया मेरे पास में thick plastic है, शीशे की बोतलें हैं, कुछ जूस की cans हैं और मैंने अलग अलग करके रखा हुआ है, क्या आप लेकर जाओगे? If it is segregated, the guy will come happily, take it and give you money as the newspaper guy comes and gives you money. So that is recyclable because that kabadi wala sells all this. As he sells newspapers to the paper industry, he sells all this material to the respective industry and he earns money. So that is a reward for you and me for our segregation skills. Now, degradable waste. What is degradable waste? I have given a simple definition. Everything that was once alive. As I said, nature manages its waste beautifully. Isn't it? Everything that dies, nature decomposes. Have you ever visited forests? You might have. If you haven't yet, please visit at least one forest before you go to grade 10 or grade 12. Just visit one forest and see the forest floor. Who gives khad and pani to those beautiful trees? You will not see any diseased or any infected tree in the forest. कौन जाके पानी डालता है, कौन जाके खाद डालता है, कौन जाके गुड़ाई करता है उसमें? कुछ नहीं करता. The forest trees themselves make all the leaves shed, not all the trees, but deciduous trees. They shed their leaves, then barks. Some आंधी तूफान उसको गिरा देता है, नीचे गिरता है. There are so much of hunting going on in the forest. So many animals die. Where do all they go? You will not get a single wind breeze of stink in the forest as you pass by the Bandwari, Gazipur and Okhla industrial area, and you don't feel like opening your nostrils. It stinks. But a forest never stinks, because forest decomposes everything that falls on the floor. So nature has its management in place. We are only interrupting the nature, and therefore we are into the mess of landfills, pollution, badbu, water pollution, and all the cycle starts. So what is degradable waste? Everything that was once alive decomposes naturally, degrades naturally, and gets converted into beautiful humus to go back into the soil and for a plant to live and take birth. Okay, now I generally do not like this word segregate, because when do we segregate things? When we mix them. So the simple funda is, do not mix your waste. If you have to segregate the waste, segregate it in your minds. Segregate it in your minds and then put it into action. Have 3 to 4 bins in your homes. What should be those bins? Okay, I'll come to the bins later. First slide is segregate waste in your mind, then throw into the bins. Few things. Stop bringing them in your homes if you want to be a waste-free citizen like me. Don't bring thin polythene bags, one-time use plastics, styrofoams, and aluminum foil. Say no to all these things. Okay? Then people ask me, फिर बच्चों को रोटी टिफिन में किसमें दे? है ना? सबके दिमाग में सवाल आता है ना? अब जो भी आपकी मॉम या नानी आपको पूछती है, उनको पूछना कि उनके टिफिन में उनकी मम्मा ने रोटी किसमें दी थी? Because aluminum foil is the invention of only past 20 years. Whosoever has gone to school before 20 years did not carry the food in aluminum foil. So ask your moms, ask your friends' moms, ask your nannies and daddies कि आपने अपने बच्चों की रोटी किसने पैक करी थी टिफिन में, and you will get the answer. That is the healthiest way. Okay, so stop bringing these things in your home and you have won almost 50% of your war against waste, because इस waste का solution किसी industry के पास नहीं है और nature के पास नहीं है. इस वेस्ट को रिसाइकल करने के लिए जो कॉस्ट आती है, वो कॉस्ट इन चीजों को प्रोड्यूस करने के लिए आने वाले कॉस्ट से 5 टाइम्स हैं. Okay, if your recycling is costing you more than your production cost, simple mathematics, even a grade 5 student understands. What will you prefer? You will definitely prefer producing a new thing rather than recycling the old thing, because it is not commercially viable. Therefore, stop bringing these things into your home. Remember this picture when you sleep tonight. This picture should be engraved in your minds, what not to bring in your homes. Whatever you have today out of these, talk to your parents, just pack them and keep them aside for a while till you come into the habit of living life without these things. It's very simple, doable. I have been doing it since past 10, 12 years. Okay, now, second thing that should be completely separated is electronic waste. Fused bulbs, broken plugs, wires, handphones, computers, mobile phones. This is all electronic waste. Do you know If you sell that, you will get much more money than what you get after selling your newspaper. Okay, and how much is it generated every day? This is not generated every day. So you can have a simple cotton bag somewhere hung in your home and keep on dumping all your electronic waste in one place. And there are many certified electronic waste recyclers in Delhi and NCR. Call any one of them, they come and pick up. But they are not interested in picking up half a kg or 1 kg electronic waste. So what you can do, make a group in your school. You create some bin or box like this and start collecting all your electronic waste into that bin. Bring them from your home, and once in 6 months, once in a year, call an electronic waste recycler to your school and then ask him to pick up. He'll give you a good amount of money. And from that money, you can start a new club in your school. You know, that's just a suggestion to you. Okay, now, so this is gone from your life. This is managed beautifully. Now, the two things. The general mistake that I always showed that the general mistake of using बाइंडिंग एवरीथिंग जस्ट उसको एक बैग में डाल के उसका गला घोट के बंद करने का जो आदत है, वो आदत छोड़ के जो भी ड्राई वेस्ट की आपकी बिन है, इस तरह से ये जो बिन है कोई भी ड्राई वेस्ट की, उसको आप प्लास्टिक से कवर कर सकते हैं. इट्स नॉट नेसेसरी. व्हाई डू वी लाइन आवर डस्टबिन्स? बिकॉज डस्टबिन गंदा ना हो. अब ड्राई वेस्ट में कहाँ ये डस्टबिन गंदा होने वाला है? ना न्यूज़पेपर में गंदा होगा, ना बॉटल में गंदा होगा, ना अगर आपके दही के डब्बे और दूध की थैलियां, मैं दूध की थैलियां, दही के डब्बे सब कुछ धो के सुखाती हूँ. दही के डब्बों में पौधे लगा के गिफ्ट करती हूँ लोगों को, और दूध की थैलियां मेरी मेड को देती हूँ जो 5 रुपए किलो उसको बेचती है. महीने भर में वो अच्छे से 20-25 रुपए कमा लेती है. 4-5 किलो दूध की थैलियां वेस्ट मेरे घर से लेकर जाती है. After that, she has started asking every home that she works for कि मैडम आपने दूध की थैली आज की कहाँ रखी, मैं धो के रख लूं, मैं ले जाऊं. And then she started earning good 150 rupees per month. And then I asked her once कि बेटा तुम ये 150 rupees का करते क्या हो? बोली मेरे पति से छुपा के ना मैं अपना पैसा करके रख लेती हूँ. Imagine what a beautiful source that you have created just out of your one habit of cleaning these bags. These are thick recyclable plastics, whether dahi ka dabba or whether your दूध की थैली. Only thing is if you store them wet, they will stink and your entire, फिर तो मम्मी पापा से खूब पड़ेगी ये क्या गंद मचा रखी है घर में. तो ये नहीं करना है, उसको धोना है, सुखाना है, और उसको आप बहुत अच्छे से उसमें मिट्टी भरिएगा. स्कूल में आप जैसे, आई एम श्योर आपके स्कूल में ये प्रोजेक्ट्स वगैरह चल रहे होंगे, जैसे पेट बॉटल्स में आजकल पौधे वगैरह लगाए जाते हैं, वैसे आप ये दही के डब्बे, दही के डब्बों जैसे जो भी आपके पास ये जो फूड वगैरह आप मंगवाते हैं उसमें भी काफी थिक प्लास्टिक के डब्बे आते हैं, उन सब में आप पौधे लगा सकते हैं. या आप इनोवेटिवली आप उसको यूज कर लो किस तरीके से. आई हैव मेनी आइडियाज. सम टाइम व्हेन आई विल कम टू योर स्कूल आई विल ब्रिंग ऑल दोस सैंपल्स to show you. Now, all the biodegradable waste goes into one bin, and if you are able to see on your screen, this bin is not lined by a plastic. It is lined by a paper, as simple as a newspaper. You can line that bin with a simple newspaper, because newspaper is degradable, and therefore everything here, the flowers, fruits, food, garden waste, vegetable and fruit peels, coconut, everything can go into this bin. And I do not call this bin as dust bin. This bin is a compost bin. Can you see her? Allow me 1 minute. I'll take some sip of water. So, if you manage the same bin that is here with some holes on the body, few holes at its bottom, and just throw all these things together, some dry, some wet. Always remember, some dry, some wet. Okay, if one portion of wet, then add 3 portions of dry. So what is dry? Generally the dry leaves, then लकड़ी का बुरादा, कुछ नहीं मिला तो कोकोनट का बुरादा, और भी कुछ नहीं मिला तो फटे हुए न्यूज़पेपर. All that comes into dry category. And wet category, everything that comes out of your kitchen is wet. So 1 wet to minimum 3 dry. अगर आपका वेट बहुत ही ज्यादा वेट है, जैसे कोई अगर आपकी सब्जी या दाल खराब हो गई है तो बहुत पतला लिक्विड होता है, अगर वो उतना पतला हो तो आप 5 to 6 टाइम्स ड्राई डालोगे. ओके, वो अगर मिक्स करके आप इस बिन में डाल दीजिए, इस बिन के ऊपर छेद कर लीजिएगा नीचे और पूरे बॉडी पे. कितने बड़े छेद करने हैं? आपके लिटिल फिंगर साइज के छेद करने हैं. कैसे करने हैं? कोई भी स्क्रू ड्राइवर गर्म कर लीजिएगा और प्लास्टिक में एक छेद कर दीजिएगा, बहुत आसानी से होता है. ओके, एंड देन यू कैन लाइन दैट बिन, नॉट रिक्वायर्ड, but still if you want you can line that bin with newspaper and then throw everything. What comes out is a beautiful compost. Okay, compost is one of the ways to have that humus for your soil. What do you do with compost? Mix it with the soil and have a beautiful garden as I have. Apart from that, you can also create bioenzymes. What are bioenzymes? You are all grade 8 students, right? You're all grade 8 students, correct? Okay, so what are bioenzymes? Bioenzymes are the liquids full of microbes which are useful right from cleaning, mopping your home floors till washing your hair as conditioners, and even the face cleaners, astringents, insect repellers, and even the air fresheners. And you can make them at your homes. A small as a 4th grade student can make these bioenzymes at your home. Now, how? Okay, the third is make just slurry. Mix every wet waste into a mixer. Add 10 times water. Suppose you make a slurry of 1 katori, add 10 katoris of water to it and feed that slurry to the plants around your home, big trees around your home. You can put this even in your कंटेनर्स, पॉट्स, गमलाज, पौधों में डाल दीजिएगा, डायरेक्टली ह्यूमस चला जाएगा और आपके पौधे की सेहत बहुत अच्छी होगी. If you are a joint family and generate around 1 to 2 kg wet waste every day, use a small biogas model in your homes. And this biogas, while you can reuse to cook the food, the slurry that comes out of biogas goes back to the soil as humus. So your entire waste gets used inside your home. Imagine 60% of your home waste is used here for your cleaning homes, to creating gardens, to have good air freshener smells in your homes. If you just make bioenzymes of citrus fruits peels, oranges, mosmi, and lemon, and see the fragrance. You can just spray it on your face before going to school. It's fragrant, it's astringent, mosquitoes will not bother you, they are insect repellents. Also, you can mix all the vegetable and fruit waste and create the bioenzymes. How to do this? I have many videos covered by Doordarshan. At the end of my presentation, I have given some link if you would like to note down. So go to those links and see all my videos in details, how to make compost, how to make bioenzyme, how to make slurry, everything is there. And for a compost also, you do not need a very fancy bin that I'm showing in my presentation. You can have any tuta phuta balti from your home. You can have a टूटा हुआ मिट्टी का घड़ा from your home. You can have an unused laundry bag from your home. You can have a cement ka katta from your home. As simple as that. Okay, and all these, how to do, how to convert these things into a compost bin. You will have to see those videos in detail. See them in detail and then convert them. Okay, now. Compost happens. I don't do anything into compost. It does. Some brown material plus some green material plus some water and plus air. and that gives you compost. Who makes compost? Some microorganisms, some bacteria, some earthworms, some insects, and some fungi. Now, if it is so easy to compost, why doesn't it get composted on the landfills? It is because we tighten it like this. This we are mixing. The degradable and non-degradable, the nature gets confused, because you must be knowing plastic takes 500 years to degrade, and our food takes only 12 hours to start degrading, and within 25 days my compost is ready in my home. I don't want to live for 500 years to see the plastic that I throw out and so to see it degrading. No, I'm happy with whatever lifespan I have. But in that lifespan, I want to have a good garden. So the nature is not able to work in this fashion. It's only because I'm mixing waste. Okay, apart from the solid waste that comes out of kitchen, what else do I use? Why is my home called as zero waste? My entire kitchen wastewater, the outlet water from washing machine, dishwasher, and even the hand wash, all the water goes into my garden. I have a small patch of land next to my home, just adjacent to my home, and there I have planted all trees. So after some natural filtration, only natural, I have not invested any money, I have only planted some water purifying plants there. I made a ditch, some technical ditch, and then planted some water purifying plants there. And that water, after getting naturally recycled, feeds to my entire that horticulture land. Okay, now, so this is how my home is called waste free home or zero waste home. Now, my request to all of you, a humble request: never waste food. Do not waste food, because my waste is always a resource to someone else. So the food that I take in my plate, which I do not want, and then throw it, can feed hundreds of hungry people if I do not take it in my plate. So take it only as much you can eat. So do not waste food. This is how, if you practice all these things that I shared with you, your home can be a zero waste home. I consume all my kitchen waste in my garden as manure. I use all the horticulture waste of my own garden as well as the great amount from surroundings in my garden. I reuse around 50% of grey water from my home to irrigate my garden. I use a good chunk of sugarcane juice waste from and fruit pulp waste from the juice hawkers and juice vendors to mulch my garden. Recently, I consumed a load of horticulture waste from 2 different residential societies to create a couple of gardens for my friends. I create organic gardening soil from the stubble waste. You must have read the news, every September, October, there is a news in Delhi that farmers of Punjab and Haryana are burning the stubble, and therefore is the air pollution. So I buy that stubble waste from the farmers, convert it into organic soils, and make my garden like this. This is my home, created from all the waste of my home, my surroundings, my society. So my journey from garbage to greens, this small act of mine, which started in 2005 from Mumbai, where has it brought me? This is one of my terraces. This is the entrance on ground floor. This is my terrace. This is my rooftop farm. I grow my own vegetables. Imagine, the vegetable peels from my kitchen go back into the containers and they grow the same vegetables. This is my rooftop farm. These are many views of my garden which people have liked, come and click picture in front of my home, and therefore I have been awarded by the government and by so many organizations. This is the kind of food that comes out of containers from my home. आलू, भिंडी, क्या क्या पहचान सकते हो आप इसमें, मूली. और मैंने पिछले कुछ सालों का थोड़ा सा रिकॉर्ड रखा था कि क्या क्या मैंने ग्रो किया है, क्या नहीं ग्रो किया. राइट फ्रॉम फ्रूट्स on my rooftop. I have fruit trees, I have ornamental plants, I have vegetables. I produce seasonal vegetables. Food produced between 25th of August and 5th of October 2019 from my small rooftop garden was around 28 kgs. See the variety of food that I created. This my small journey has given me recognition by the government. This is Institute of Agriculture Research who has awarded me. This is the Agriculture Minister Rupala ji awarding me as the innovative farmer, of 2018. Then can you see Prime Minister sitting in the center, and that small figure in the green sari, that's me. So because of this journey of home waste to stubble waste, the Prime Minister's, this delegation of 40 members, I was fortunate enough to be a part of this. I got an invitation as an individual just working for environment to give inputs to the government for Prime Minister's policy doubling the farmers' income. This is my website. If you want to see all my videos, YouTube is Enriched Soil and Soul is my YouTube link. You can click on that. If you want to start composting, you can see my videos on composting. There are, I think, 7 videos on composting. 5 of them aired by Doordarshan Kisan, and 2 of them I started during lockdown. Every Saturday at 4 o'clock, since the lockdown started, I go live on YouTube and take one topic that is concerning environment, which is useful for the home gardeners like us, urban gardeners like us, and then talk to the people, teach them few techniques. So tomorrow is Saturday, 4 o'clock, I'll come live on YouTube on the same channel, Enriched Soil and Soul. And tomorrow I'm going to speak about how to bring in biodiversity in your small home gardens. Thank you so much. Grow your own food. Take the responsible journey from garbage to greens. Thank you so much for listening to me patiently. Thank you.
Great evening, ma'am.
Yeah.
I'm Alan, one of the moderators. Ma'am, it looks like we have some questions.
Yes, please go ahead.
Now, first, Arna Gupta would like you to ask a question. Krishnendu
Yes.
sir, may I request you to unmute her? Here you go, Arna.
Yes, Arna?
Yes, ma'am. So I have a question.
Yes.
Ma'am, your name, the organization name of your venture is to name your company as Enriched Soil and Soul. Hello, am I audible?
No, but I lost your...
Ma'am,
yeah.
Arna Gupta's voice is not clearly audible.
Yeah.
On her behalf, may I ask the question?
Please, please.
The question of Arna
Ma'am,
Gupta
the
is...
name
of your venture is quite innovative. What prompted you to name your company Enriched Soil and Soul? This is
beautiful. I really loved your question. This entire journey, not only as an urban gardener, I started studying soil of our entire country. And I came to know that our soil has lost the organic matter because of our chemical agriculture practices. This all humus. See, on one side, every one of us who is eating food is wasting the organic matter to the landfills. It's not going back to the soil where it should go. And secondly, our chemical practices, whether growing even small flowers around our home, we use so many chemicals. आप माली को पूछो, माली मेरा ये गमला अच्छा नहीं हो रहा है, माली बोलता है मैडम थोड़ा चम्मच भर यूरिया डाल देता हूँ. So these chemical invasions in our soil, we have lost agriculturable soil. This is not the story only of our country. The entire world has lost organic matter in the soil, and therefore it is predicted that if the same chemical practices and the same deprivation of organic matter from the soil continues, we can produce food only till 2050. Beyond that, our mother earth, our mother soil will not be able to give us food if we continue the same practice. Therefore, I felt an urge to enrich the soil by her own right. Actually, she deserves the organic matter that she is giving to me. This every plant that is in front of me right now, whenever it falls, whenever it dies, the mother earth deserves that leaves compost to get back her organic matter.
Thank you, ma'am, for answering that question.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, ma'am. Ma'am, now we have next question from Garima Jain. Sir,
Yes,
may I
Garima?
request you to unmute her? Garima, over to you.
Yes, ma'am. Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening.
Ma'am, I would like to ask that if in the future all the landfills will be filled up to the brim and there will be no more place for discharging waste, then will there be any other way for waste management?
Garima, did you watch a movie called what was that? Wall-E. Wall-E.
No, ma'am.
Please watch that movie. You will get the answer.
Okay, ma'am.
Very old animation movie. That's a movie made for children. Please watch that movie. You will understand where are we heading to.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Okay. Yeah.
Thank you, ma'am, for answering that question.
Thank you.
Ma'am, now we have with us Vamsi. Sir, may I request you to unmute Vamsi? Over to you, Vamsi.
Is it Vamsi Yadav?
Yes. Yes, sir.
Great evening, ma'am.
Good evening, Vamsi.
Ma'am, could you please share with us your most exciting discovery you have made during your research?
My eureka moment was Amrit Mitti. Eureka moment, you exciting innovation, right? See, whatever you do, whether you are studying, whether you are writing, whether you are creating something, each one of us should get that eureka moment in life, right? What is eureka moment? What the Curie couple got when they discovered X-ray, isn't it? And then they shouted, Eureka! So that was the ultimate joy of their creation. So that exciting moment was Amrit Mitti, when I converted the stubble waste from the farmers into organic potable soil, which can grow beautiful vegetables in your gardeners, and even which is continuing to do on my rooftop since past 10 years. That was my eureka moment. That was my exciting moment.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you for answering that question. Now we have with us Khushi Mehrotra. Sir, please unmute Khushi Mehrotra. Over to you, Khushi. You can ask.
Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening, Khushi.
Ma'am, I'm quite interested in becoming a horticulturist. What educational qualifications or skills are required in becoming a horticulturist?
You should be graduate in agriculture. But you must be knowing, in my introduction, it was written that I'm an engineer. I'm not a horticulturist. I'm actually an electronic engineer, and I have worked as a scientist in ISRO, Indian Space Research Organization. So since my childhood, I always saw my parents gardening, and my scientific temperament that ISRO actually nurtured. That scientific temperament, after I left ISRO in 2003, So that scientific temperament I started applying towards my garden and towards different places that I stayed. I stayed in Gujarat, I stayed in Maharashtra, and I stayed in Gurgaon in these last 15, 18 years. So that journey, from electronic and from space, I shifted back to the soil and the horticulture with only my own experiences, my scientific temperament, my will to learn more and more towards soil, towards horticulture, to agriculture. So one way is that. But if you want academically to be an horticulturist, then you should be BSc and MSc Agri. There are many agriculture universities in our country, and I really appreciate and congratulate you to be wanting to be take this profession. Congratulations.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Now, next we have with us Harkirat Walia. Harkirat, sir, please unmute Harkirat. Harkirat, over to you.
Harkirat, please speak.
Harkirat, could you please speak?
Baba, I guess we are having some network connection issues with Harkirat. Alan, you may proceed with next question.
Yes, Saksham. After this, we have Harsh. Harsh, you can ask your question. Harsh Goyanka. Sir, you may please unmute him.
Harsh Goenka is not there. You should skip over to the next one.
Okay, sir. So after Harsh, we have Satyar Gupta. So please unmute Satyar. Satyar has a question. You can ask.
Yes, Satyarth, please unmute yourself.
Oh, unfortunately, ma'am, we are not able to establish the connection with Satyar. No problem. We are moving on to Granth Arora. Granth, you can ask your question.
Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening.
Ma'am, my question is that how can I start recycling program at my school?
As I said, it's a very good idea. You be the leader. If it has come to your mind to start in the school, you can have, as I said, electronic waste bin, because which will get filled in months. So you can have one bin. Take permission from your school and keep two bins. One is electronic waste, which children can bring while coming to school and drop it there, because as I said, electronic waste recyclers take only volume. They do not take in small things. Then in school itself, if you have any small ground, there must be much of organic waste. Even if you may be having a lawn in your school, when that lawn gets cut and mowed, there is so much of grass clippings coming out of that lawn. So that is also organic matter. So you can start a compost pit or a compost enclosure or a composting bin in your school, and you can start putting all this organic matter mixed with the dry waste. As I said, what is dry waste? If you have dry leaves around your school, use dry leaves. If you do not have, find out some saw mills around your school and buy some lakdi ka burada. Okay, if even that you don't have, you can simply use torn newspapers or cardboards and a mix of everything. If you still do not get that, then there is a ready-made material available in the gardening shops, which is called coco peat. It's a burada of coconut fiber. So वो भी डाल के आप अपने स्कूल में कंपोस्टिंग शुरू कर सकते हैं. सो इलेक्ट्रॉनिक वेस्ट कर सकते हैं और कंपोस्टिंग भी कर सकते हैं. भी you can keep talking. Make sure that your group members, team members are segregating waste at home. You can handhold them and guide them from time to time how to call, which kabadi walas to call, and give the recyclable material from from their homes. Even in school, if you have old books, old copies, gather them together, find out a school for underprivileged children, and just give those unused books and copies, used books and unused part of the copies, donate to them, pencil, sharpeners, crayons, everything. So you can innovate your own ways to do it in school.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Ma'am, next, as we were not able to establish the connection with Harkirat, he has posted his question. I may ask his question on his behalf.
Yes, please.
Yes, ma'am. His question was, ma'am, his question is,
Can I
can we?
take one
yeah, ma'am.
call? There is some emergency call, it seems.
Yeah, ma'am, sure.
Hello. हाँ जी. हेलो. हेलो बेटा, अर्जेंट नहीं हो तो 1 घंटे के बाद फोन करना.
Ma'am, please unmute yourself.
Am I? Yeah.
Yes, ma'am, you are audible.
Yeah.
Ma'am, yes. Harkirat has posted a question. His question is, can we prepare compost from meat? Is that good for plants? And this is
Yes, Harkirat. Yes. Many people for these many years have been telling urban people not to compost meat and bones. But if you watch my video, which I have created during lockdown, it is called Lockdown Special Composting Chapter 1, Session 1 and Session 2. If you see, I have a dog at home and the dog eats meat every day. So many a times dog is moody and doesn't want to eat. So then, of course, to recycle that meat, initially I didn't know what to do and how do I throw, because for these many years I never threw any waste from my home. But then my dog is just with 1.5 years with me and I didn't know what to do with that meat. Then I started putting in my compost bin and a beautiful compost comes out. Understand that meat is all protein, and protein is what plants need if it gets properly decomposed. So if you are using meat in your compost bin, just put your dry matter ratio as 1:6, 1:8 even at times during monsoon and during peak summers, which fortunately we didn't have this year. So you can just increase your dry matter, mix it properly and throw it in the same bin. The nature takes care. As I said, everything that was once alive decomposes. So the nature does that beautifully in your bin, provided you have made those provisions of holes and bottom layer as I have spoken in my videos. Watch my videos. You can. Good question.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Now we have Arna Gautam with us. Arna Gautam, sir, please unmute Arna Gautam. Arna, over to you.
Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening, Arna.
Ma'am, actually we have a concept of plastic police in our school to curb the usage of plastic. So how can we create the same awareness in our society and around us?
You guys have an advantage being students, being children. What happens? Adults listen to children. Okay. So when it comes from you, I'll give you an example of a 8th grade student from Gurgaon, and you can, I think, follow her. She has created her Facebook also. I think her name is Dori Pateria. Dori Pateria. Since past 5-6 years, her mom used to follow me in home composting. And when Dori, came to grade 8, she wanted to take it over from her mom. So she started composting at home. Then she and her 3 friends in her society, just this Republic Day, 26 Jan, kick-started a small venture of these 4 students together, all the 4 girls of 8th standard, and they started taking awareness camps in their society. They started gathering the dry leaves from around the society and the parks. They started tree plantation. You can follow her if you want. I can give Dori's number to all of you,
sure,
and you can ask her what is she doing in her society.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for sharing that. Now, next we have with us Yatharth Chabra. Sir, please unmute Yatharth. Yatharth, over to you.
Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening, Yatharth.
Ma'am, as we know that your mentor is Vishwanath sir, how do you got to know about him?
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you. With whom?
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, as we know that your mentor is Vishwanath sir, how do you got to know about him?
Vishwanath sir.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, through Facebook. Years back, someone had posted that Dr. Vishwanath Kudur from Bangalore conducts many sessions, many workshops in organic terrace farming. So
yes,
when I came to know about him, I had gone to Bangalore to attend his workshop, and that's how I came to know.
Okay, ma'am.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Now we have Jatin Sawani with us. Jatin, sir, please unmute Jatin. Jatin, over to you.
Could you please suggest some ways to take care of the waste at home during this pandemic?
My dear, watch my videos. That is all about during this pandemic, your home waste should not leave your home campus. So just segregate it at home, start composting. And as I said, if you segregate, you will see that रोज का जो कूड़ा बाहर निकलता है ना, आपका डस्टबिन भरता ही नहीं, क्योंकि सिर्फ ड्राई वेस्ट डाल रहे हो आप. एक बड़ा डस्टबिन रख लो, 2-3 महीने लगता है उसको भरने में. न्यूज़पेपर तो आप ऐसे भी अलग रखते हो. तो वो अगर वेस्ट पिकर रोज आपके घर पे नहीं आ रहा है और आप वेट वेस्ट बाहर दे ही नहीं रहे हो, तो आपको वेस्ट पिकर की जरूरत ही नहीं है. ड्राई वेस्ट जब तक ये सारा लॉकडाउन नहीं खुलता है, लेट इट स्टे इन सम ड्राई bin or dry bag in your home. And whenever the lockdown opens, whenever your society allows kabadi walas to enter, just call him and sell that dry waste to him. As simple as that.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much, ma'am. Now we have Satyar Gupta with us. So you may please unmute Satyar. Over to you, Satyar. You can ask.
Given the permission to unmute.
Yeah, he has unmuted, sir.
Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening.
Ma'am, I want to ask how we can encourage today's youth to manage waste. As anytime we heard the word waste, people think it is gross.
You're absolutely right. Therefore, I made the definition of waste very clear. Nothing is waste unless you make it. You make waste. There is nothing. As I asked you, in the earth, in the nature, please tell me what is waste.
Ma'am, nothing. But how we can change people's mentality towards waste?
You have to work on it. You have to continuously generate awareness, go to them, talk to them, create awareness camps in your society. And always, children, remember one thing, always lead by example. No one is interested to listen to theory. The Google Baba is all over. I can take any theory from Google. Ask any question and the Google Baba packed within 1 second gives you a response. So no one wants to listen to your theory. Lead by example. Do it in your homes and show it to your friends and to your neighbors. Then people like come and see with those wide eyes. Oh, Satyarth, आपने ये कर लिया. अरे मुझे भी करना है, बताओ. Always lead by example. That works in society. Okay, and that's how the awareness is generated.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you. Now we have with us next Saksham Pal. Saksham, you may ask your question. Sir, you may request. Oh, yeah.
Very good evening, ma'am.
Very good evening, Saksham.
How can I dispose of my old used tires?
Old used tires you can give back to the rubber industry, or you can give back to all those जो garage वाले होते हैं, उनको दे सकते हो. और अगर नहीं तो अगर आप वो टायर्स सिर्फ गूगल करो, टायर्स के ब्यूटीफुल फर्नीचर बना सकते हो, हैंगिंग प्लांटर्स बना सकते हो, गार्डन चेयर्स बना सकते हो. देयर इज अ होल फील्ड ऑफ creation, you know, using waste tires and tire tubes. Even in your school, you can have a beautiful, colorful furniture garden just by using tires. So at best is give back to the industry. Give back to the industry. Tire is rubber, and rubber is always recyclable.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you,
Oh,
ma'am.
thank you so much, ma'am. Now we have with us Anoma Kumar. Anoma, you may ask your question. Sir, I request you to unmute her.
Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening, Anuma.
My question is, in your YouTube videos, we have seen that it takes a lot of house waste in making soil. So, ma'am, what difficulties you faced in making of soil, and how your neighbors reacted to your passion?
My dear, it doesn't take a lot of waste to make soil. I make it. We are a family of 5. So many of you might be a family of 5. So whatever 500 grams, 700 grams or max 1 kg of wet waste that comes out simply goes into my compost. And whenever after 25, 30 or even in winters around 45 days, the compost comes out, I simply mix that compost in the soil and plant a plant. How have my neighbors reacted to my this? Even right now when I'm sitting, there is a window in front of me and I can see every second passerby just looks at my house like this, like this, like this, like this. And many a times they walk only with their phones to click pictures of my home. That is my neighbor's reaction, because this is my waste, which is being, converted into a source.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Now we have, ma'am, I would like to ask you a question personally. If you,
yes, please.
Yes, ma'am. Dear ma'am, what is the idea behind developing a special soil called Amriti Mitti, and what does it have that makes it different from others? Does it need the support of vermicomposting? Which season is ideal to grow the crops in it? And which type of vegetation is suitable to be grown?
Oh my goodness, you asked my entire thesis. Okay, I'll be happy. So, Amrit Mitti, my teacher, Shri Deepak Sujde, termed this mitti as Amrit Mitti, because once you make this mitti, it lasts for your life. You don't need to throw it. You don't need to change it. You only have to feed that soil with your own kitchen waste. And therefore, what is Amrit? Amrit, जिसको मृत्यु नहीं है, उसको अमृत्यु कहते हैं. सो ये जो सॉइल है, इसकी कभी भी मौत नहीं होती. ये सॉइल कभी भी बंजर नहीं होती, इसलिए उसको अमृत मिट्टी कहा जाता है. और उसकी खासियत ये है. नाउ व्हाट इज सो स्पेशल अबाउट इट? It not only supports the plant life that is planted into it, but it supports the entire web of soil life. Do you know what was abhi jo hum log dekh rahe hain, www World Wide Web? You know what is the entire Earth's first web? That web is of soil life. There are billions and billions microbes who live into the soil. They have a beautiful network of communication for the nutrients, and that's how they support the plants. So this Amrit Mitti creates that beautiful web of microbes and soil life right from earthworms. Vermicompost uses earthworms. So in Amrit Mitti, worms is one of the components. There are many fungi, there are many algae, there are many bacteria, there are many microbes who are working constantly into this soil. Once used, how does it support? It supports through this web, World Wide Web. So the soil wide web, SWW, you can say that. So these microbes, I'll ask you a question. We all know that there is around 70 to 80% of nitrogen in the air. Am I right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Still, to grow plants, what does a farmer put into the soil? Which input mostly he puts into the soil?
Manure.
Manure and compost.
No, the farmer doesn't put compost and manure, he puts fertilizers. Fertilizers means always man-made fertilizers, factory-made fertilizers.
Yes,
Which is one name generally you come across. Ask any mali, any farmer. और वो क्या बोलेगा? क्या डाला? यूरिया डाला. यूरिया का नाम सुना है?
Yes,
ma'am.
है ना? So what is the urea? Urea is nitrogen. So my question is, if there is 80% of the nitrogen in the air, why do we need to put nitrogen in the soil again? Why can't plants take that nitrogen from the air? The answer is the nitrogen into the air gets converted into available form of nitrogen only by certain bacteria, which are known as nitrogen fixing bacteria. Now these bacteria cannot live in the soil where the chemical fertilizers are put. Therefore those bacteria die. Once those bacteria die, like if, what is the time now? 5:15. After the session you are hungry. You go to the kitchen and mom says, my dear children, there is a pantry full of dal, chawal, atta, tel, ghee. Go and eat. Will you eat?
No, ma'am.
No. You need to consume food in a certain way. And for human beings, it is the cooked food. So unless someone cooks that food from your pantry, you cannot consume it as a food. तुम जाके ऐसे आटा खा के, चीनी खा के, पानी पी के नहीं बोल सकते कि आज मेरा खाना हो गया. इसीलिए जो भी हवा का नाइट्रोजन है, जब तक वो कोई कुक करके उस प्लांट को देगा नहीं, in the form that the plant takes, the plant cannot take nitrogen. Okay, so that is why unless there are microbes in the soil, whatever is available in the air, water and soil, the plant cannot take. It is as good as you have a beautiful full pantry in home, but you don't have mom or any cook at home. You will be hungry. The plants will be hungry if there are no cooks in the soil, and all these cooks is soil wide web. Have I answered all your questions?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Ma'am, now next we have with us Arna Gautam. She has one more question with you. Sir, you may unmute Arna. Oh, she's already unmuted. Arna, you may ask your question.
Yeah. Good evening, ma'am. Ma'am, I'm very much curious to ask you a question. Ma'am, that question is that what are the rules and regulations which are guiding the waste management in India?
My dear, there is a whole big handbook called MSW, Municipal Solid Waste Management, which was revived again and again and again, and the final version that is available is of 2014. It tells how cities should manage their own waste. You can find it even on net. Even if you're living in Delhi government के इसमें जाके MSW guidelines करके आप type करोगे, आपको वो पूरा इतना बड़ा सा book आपके सामने आ जाएगा. The waste always says you should get segregated waste. Okay, and then the further things happen. In Delhi, there are many waste to electricity units. Those are installed. So our recyclable plastic waste goes as an input to these units. The electricity is generated and fed back to the grid. There are many projects the government is doing, but it is failing. Whether those are landfills, whether those are waste to energy inputs, whether those are soil inputs, the government is failing. It is because of you and me. We are the waste generators. Okay, who is government? Those are also human beings eating and generating waste at home. So we all citizens are not segregating our waste, and therefore the governments are failing, the nature is failing, all the plants are failing, our money put into all these plants are failing. And therefore I always say it is not we, it is me. I am responsible when it comes to waste. I am the government, I am the rule, I am the regulation, I am the pride owner, and I am the shameful owner of creating waste.
Yes, ma'am.
Have I answered?
Yes, ma'am, I have got it. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Ma'am, it looks like we have covered all our questions. Is there anything you wanted to share before we cover up?
My dear, I really want to congratulate all of you. You really asked very interesting questions and listened to me very patiently. But one message, if even one student out of you all can do, if you follow what I showed today in spirit, start from not wasting food into your dinner plate tonight. I think my talking to you is fruitful. Then you stop bringing all those single use plastics and the list of panni, aluminum foil. If you stop using that, I'll congratulate you from bottom of my heart. Then if you start segregating and multiplying, I think I did my job, passing on the baton to my next generation, and I'll be assured that you guys have a good environment and earth to live, because we have lived our life. You
Sure,
have to
ma'am,
lead
surely.
your life.
Yes, ma'am. We'll surely do that.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
Great. Thank you, ma'am, for inspiring words. We have hugely benefited from this session. On behalf of everyone, I would like to thank the benign authorities of Vivekanand School for organizing this informative webinar for us. And thank you everyone for being such a lovely audience. We appreciate you for being here. We, the innovative ways of waste management at your home, as highlighted by Purnima ma'am in the webinar, and make this a wonderful place to live in. Thank you.
Yeah. So see you. Bye bye. Have a good evening and all the best to your ventures. Please keep in touch with me so that I know what all projects you are taking and how are you leading your waste-free life. Thank you so
Yes,
much.
ma'am. I have also saved your number, ma'am.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you so
Bye. Thank you.